He's back. But sheep, where have you been? Where's the content? Where's the swearing? Why did the funny skeleton man go away? All of that will not be revealed today because this is a sponsored video. Today's video is sponsored by Yolopark. Now, Yolopark have been kind enough to send me out the way of one of the AMK figures. They're Rise of the Beast model kits. They sent me way of one. So instead of doing traditional reviews, where I get Rise of the Beast's Optimus Prime and I chat about him, instead I'm going to do this as just sort of an amalgamation, covering these three guys, and just sort of touching on broad points, covering general complaints. There is a discount code, of course, that'll be available at the end of the video, or in the description. Why don't you try sticking around for the video first? I promise it's not all bad. Anyway, loud planes. So if the title that I'm thinking of using is the one I've used, yeah, I'm not really one for model kits. I've got nothing against them. I've always seen them, but I've just never thought to indulge in them. I just haven't. It's just one of those things. Going through the actual assembly of these, it's so straightforward. Like, you get these big, chunky pieces. Like, there's lots of fiddly little bits, but it's not unbearable. It's mostly big, chunky, broad parts of a figure, you know. The arms are one or two pieces. The legs are one or two pieces that you just have to attach to the feet. The torso is one, maybe two. Like, I think Bumblebee's is one. That's the instructions they give you. That's all they give you. And, like, I'm not one for instructions because I don't do as I'm fucking told anyway. It's fairly straightforward. All the joints feel tight. I'm not gonna lie, there's a couple of times you probably can see it in the footage. I'd like to think you could see it in the footage. I don't know why I'd like to think you could. Shut up. So basically, when attaching the pegs and the ball joints and all that sort of stuff, it's tight, and I worry that I'm gonna break it. Don't get me wrong, the only breakage I've had yet isn't to do with any of the assembly or ball joints or anything like that. But there is that element where you try to put the head on, and it's like, fuck it. But the end result's worth it. All in all, straightforward as shit. It's so good, even an idiot can do it. That's probably why they asked me to do it. I'd like to thank Yolopark today for bringing us the one thing all of us gamers wanted. Fortnite Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal in toy form.
Bumblebee, stop hitting the gritty. What?
They're all very nicely detailed. In broad strokes, talking about the detailing and the articulation, you get some good poses out of these guys. It's nice to be able to have options where, you know, if you want to pose them on the knees or pose them sat down or superhero landing. You know, it's nice to have those options. As well as this, they all come with alternate sets of hands. Bumblebee comes with 3 sets. I don't know why I'm holding my fists up. Closed fists, like he's about to just absolutely batter the shit out of someone. Open palms. He looks like he's just, okay. Bumblebee, don't do it. You're gonna die. He's like, Or, third option, palm spread open, jazz hands, looking like Spider-Man, where he's just discovering he can scale the wall until he realizes he's not Spider-Man, he's crawling along the floor, and he's forgotten that Primal isn't a fan of spiders. Cut forward to Optimus's hands. He comes with 2 pairs, splayed open. I can't remember what funny little scenario I had cooked up for splayed open. Shit, jazz hands. Or he's got the closed fists, like he's ready to deliver some unholy fury against a bad guy. And then he also comes with 2 alternative extra right hands. One is a trigger finger for a gun that does not exist. I put the task on myself to hold Yolopark to task and interrogate them for many, many hours before they eventually cracked and revealed to me that they're doing weapons in Wave 2 and they'll be for Optimus and Bumblebee. But the bit I don't get is Optimus's gun was integrated in Rise of the Beasts, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. But I'm also not qualified to make the decision of what's going on there. Keep moving on. He also comes with the dual pointer.
Smell my finger.
And then of course we come to Optimus Primal's, where he's got a pointing finger.
Smell mine. What is that? Rhinox.
He's got a closed fist. And then he's got splayed open hands, which look very ready to give Battletrap a real fight.
Someone give me a real fight. If it's a fight you want, you got one.
I would not want to be on the receiving end of that. Or he's got these special hands, which are for holding weapons, because that's right, Primal comes with weapons. They look nice. Unfortunately, there's nowhere for them to store, so my big thing with them is just the way they attach together. If he swings that forward at anyone, he's just going to end up hitting himself. Someone on Cybertron's going to be in for it when Mr. Primal accidentally gives himself a vasectomy. But that sounds like their problem and not mine. What are we talking about? All three also come with some stellar paint applications and detailing. I love the look of Primal where he's sort of just weathered and beat. Optimus and Bumblebee, of course, are fairly clean. Talking about articulation, all these guys comes with at least 2 ball joints in the neck. I don't know what the hell they can see up there, but whatever it is, it's got them freaked. Oh, that makes sense. They've all got butterfly joints, they've all got ab crunches that are ball joints. So all the figures come with double jointed elbows, great ankle articulation with a hinge in the foot to create that sort of, why am I trying to, there we go, he can stand on his tiptoes. That's the one I'm looking for, tiptoes. As well, I just want to say that I kind of appreciate how on the two Autobots that the wheels are free rolling. They just start spinning, which is what a wheel does, but I expected it to be actually molded to it. That's a nice feature they didn't need to actually do. They've got some sort of automorphy looking thing. So Bumblebee's shins, Primal's shins, elbows, something on it. Prime doesn't really have one, but he has these little hinge things that flap about when you move his elbows. But no, these three are very accomplished, very... Why am I talking about them like they're applying for a job? I'm going to be a bastard now. There's not much that I dislike about these, but there is 1 or 2 little things. So there's clearance issues with moving Optimus's legs because he's got the hip skirt, and you have to move the hip skirt really out of the way to get the clearance to pose him. Like, I later found out that he has this thing that Primal has where, like, the leg's on a hinge and you can pull the hinge down so you've got more room for the... I don't know how to describe it, it's weird. It can be done. It takes a whole lot of finicking, but you can get there in the end. So that's the main thing. That's the arc of this story. Sorry, I got totally distracted. I forgot you guys were watching. Now, one thing that I do have an issue with, and I can't really reconcile in my head, Primal has a face swap gimmick, and the face that he can swap to it's mouth plated and mouth plateless. That mouthed face looks horrendous because it's all one color, but he's just got these random... It's not like the original one, where it feels clearly defined. It looks like he's wearing a mask here, and then someone's just smushed it up. I don't know why I was talking like that. I hope you guys heard me. I'm not repeating myself. Here's the problem, right? I'm an idiot, and I take instructions a bit literal when I get them. Yeah, there it is. That literally just says, lift his scalp, and then just swap the face out. And I tried doing that and managed to break the tab. I didn't know that was an option. I didn't mean to do it. It just didn't want to give, and instead of pulling straight out, it like folded back and just ripped the tab in half. Like I'm debating gluing it because I don't even like the second face that much anyway. It doesn't do much compared to the mouth plated head. But it makes me wonder why Optimus didn't come with a mouthed head. I'm not that mad about it. It looks like he's not that mad about it either. Oh, you're not having any sort of loading error or anything like the ugly segment is it's us. We take a moment to reflect on ourselves and think about who we are and where we want to be. Just take a moment and enjoy the abyss. Anyway, that's enough pondering. Let's get back to the toys. But no, all in all, thank you very much, Yolopark, for deciding to reach out and sponsor me. It's very appreciated. This product is very nice. I sounded really sarcastic and it wasn't meant to.
Being Scottish sometimes.
As someone who's never owned anything like this is a refreshing change of pace just to have something that poses, something you can have fun with. I think you can tell during this video I've had a bit of a laugh with it anyway with some of the shitty little skits. I enjoy them. I like them. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. I will probably be getting Wave 2 when it comes out because it looks pretty good. It looks pretty thick. If you guys are interested in getting any of these, use code SHEEP5 on the link below and you'll be able to get 5% off your order. As far as I'm aware, Yolopark ship worldwide, just double check it in the basket. And I think that's about it for me. If you liked this video and made it all this way, why don't you consider subscribing, liking, comment and sharing, doing all that sort of shit. I hate shilling. Unfortunately, it's what you gotta do. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. Okay, done. Thanks for that.
Sheep, that was absolutely tantalizing.
Well, thank you, Skeletony. It means so much to hear you say that.
Not a problem. Always willing to help a fellow friend.
Oh, you. Who else but Skeletony?